And somebody says that's a big wig, they, that's billions of dollars in there. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. They're responsible to make things run and keep things going. And now it's contract time, and everybody's talking about what we make. Apparently, we don't make a lot that other people around here make. So why are we getting attacked every day? I have to open up the grills with mentally ill transients. Every morning, I do that. Every morning. One, if they decide to have an episode, I'm down way at the end of the hall by myself. There's no one there. I could get attacked and beat up by somebody who has mental issues. And like I said, nobody responds to any of the attacks or things in the paper. I just never worked for a company like that. I'm glad to be here. I waited a long time to try to apply, and then there's another article in the paper about absences and stuff and things of that nature. Well, if you weren't hiring for about 4 or 5 years, then the frontline employees you did have got stretched thin. So where's the merit to that article? You had to overwork and overtime. Well, now since I've been here, you guys I graduated class of 80, class of 84, I graduate. I think there might have been 2 before that. You guys had a lot of classes recently, so now we're getting all that taken care of, but before, that wasn't taken care of. So then where was the response in the paper like, hey, we wasn't hiring people for about 4 or 5 years. We stretched what we had then. And you have a right to take disability when you get beat up on, you get hit, your mama and daddy sick, you have to take care of sick children. You have a right to take your disability and your sick time. I just, I would like to see more response to the negativity in the papers and online about things with the frontline employees. Like, you guys have our backs. Like, I worked at places where the district managers and bigwigs who owned the companies would be right there with me, helping me with my day-to-day duties. Well, what is the problem? How can I help you fix it? I read that article, so I know what's going on with my company or what's going on in the company. I keep abreast about the things that's going on. So this is what we're going to do about it. There's no cohesion. There's nothing like that. I've never worked for a place like that. I hope that changes in the future, and then more safety measures will come into play for people who are getting assaulted. I just pray I never get assaulted. Thank you.
Thank you. Nicole McCamish? Okay, great. Then Sarah Bm, somebody's given their time to you.
My name is Sarah Bump, and I've been a station agent for 7 years. I currently work 4 days a week at Richmond closing. I live in El Cerrito as well, so near the border of Richmond. So I live, I'm right there all the time. So like Aaron spoke earlier, January 14th, the ticket exchange window was robbed at gunpoint. It has not been open. I was working on the M line at the time. I had no idea that happened, except for the Richmond thing is closed. I think we all have a right to know of the dangers that are going on in the stations, even if we're not stationed at that station. February 15th, I was doing my normal closing duties at about 23:45. A woman with a bloodied shirt approached the booth, asking had I seen her pit bull, and there was a lot of blood in the center of her shirt. So I said, no, I haven't seen the dog, but you're bleeding. Can I call an ambulance for you? And excuse my language, but she raised her shirt up and said, bitch. She pulled 2 large kitchen knives from under her shirt and said, I will slit your motherfucking throat. As she's banging on the window of one of them, shoving the blade through the top roof. Really? It was like straight out of a movie. I've never seen anything like this before. I took 2 weeks off after that. Yes, I did. I have to shop at Target. I have to go to Safeway. But the next day I was totally sketched out because, is that her? Oh my God. Bart Police never found her. So I'm constantly looking over my shoulder when I go to work every single night. 1 month later, luckily I was off of work that day, someone was shot and killed upstairs. In the head, shot in the head at 6 p.m. We all know that wonderful new parking structure that they built. at Richmond. What if that had been open? Do you know the amount of foot traffic that would have been going through that corridor at that time? But you know what? In my opinion, after 7 years, I really think it's going to take a non-transient person or a station agent to be murdered on the property before any change happens. That man was a transient. No one cares. No one said anything. Just kind of brushed away in the news. But what if it was me? What if it was one of my regular patrons that I say, hey, you know, I'm a damn good agent. I love my job. I'm proud of my job. I do a good job. I do the best job. Every patron that comes to me, I treat them the way I would want someone to treat my mom. Every single patron. I do a good job, and my safety's at risk. How can I help to protect the patrons if I can't feel like I'm safe? I sat in the booth for 40 minutes waiting for Bart police to respond after I was nearly attacked with knives. Sitting there not knowing what's going on. I have no cameras up above. Bart police comes down and, no, we didn't find her. I don't see a bolo. I didn't see anything go out throughout at least the R line. Be on the lookout for this woman. They had a picture of her. Dispatch got a picture of her. So why doesn't anyone else know about this but me at my station? The safety of my brothers and sisters is first and foremost, and then the patrons. But if I'm not safe, they're not safe. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other friends? Is there any other member of the public wish to speak? Great. Seeing no further public comment, public comment is closed. And colleagues, we are on to item 10A. So the board will now enter into closed session under item 10A of the regular meeting agenda. The board will reconvene in open session at the end of that closed session.